definitely agree with that. I have a question from the audience. With the mainnet launch, I understand that there are going to be a few apps that will be available. Can you explain a little bit about that? What type of apps will be available, or apes? I don't know
Yes.
how you pronounce it. Apes. Yeah.
Well, we call them apps,
Yeah.
but it's really uh, it's really it's apps, but we write it with
Yeah, yeah, with AE.
AE
Yeah,
apps in the front.
I got you.
So definitely the most important app that will be out there is the identity manager, which is basically the wallet. And in the in the identity manager, you have a number of different functions. You'll be able to like create different accounts. You can name them. You can have private accounts. You can have public accounts. You'll be able to transfer AE between accounts. And basically, the identity manager will be the app that will get must be or must authorize all the other apps that will exist. So when you are using, for example, the voting app, you will have to first have an identity manager installed on the device so that they both can communicate and they can use your wallets or your identities, your accounts. So really, the identity manager will be at the center of the of the of the apps ecosystem that will is getting created. But apart from this, you will have a number of other applications. You will have like there will be a manager. You can write messages in state channels. You can communicate with people. You can like communicate with people through the messaging service. You have, of course, the voting app. A very interesting app will be the the so-called proof app, which you can basically take a photo with your device of something, and then the hash of that photo is automatically inserted into the Eternity blockchain. So basically, you can use it to verify that something happened at some point in the past. So if you are hiring a car, you can take photos of that car, and you can provide 100%, like 100% certainty that, for example, if this car had some kind of a problem,
Yeah,
that problem really existed in the past.
yeah.
So this could be a foundation for a number of, let's say, insurance related apps. Um, and what else? I mean, I think the blockchain explorer is very important. You will be able to use a blockchain in explorer on your device to follow transactions, to see what's happening. Also, oracles, you'll be able to follow what are the current oracle questions like that are being out there, or people are asking, what kinds of questions people are asking oracles, and a number of other small apps. I think the most one, like the most interesting one, will be the voting app, as I mentioned before. But also you have the wall, which is you can post a piece of content like on the wall, so to say, and you can receive contributions because this was something very contributions in terms of a
Yeah.
cryptocurrency, because this was, let's say, some useful information, let's say. Then you also have the charity app, where you can use it to do donations in a cryptocurrency for worthy causes. So a number of like very small useful apps. But I would say the most important ones will be the transfer app, which is like transferring between accounts. And also there's another one which you'll be able to use to get AE tokens. If you have, for example, Ether, you'll be able to send Ether to a certain address and receive AE tokens automatically. Um, so the transfer app, the blockchain explorer, the voting app, the messenger, the proof of existence or just proof app, and of course, at the very center of all these apps, the identity manager. And we're actually going to create a guide on how people can use the identity manager in the most effective way, like what the types of things you can do with the identity manager. How can you manage your AE tokens or AE cryptocurrency when when mainnet launches, the A token will become a cryptocurrency. So basically how to manage your a cryptocurrency in the best possible way. And very important maybe for the wallet app, for the identity manager, is that you have two types of ways of actually securing your wallets. And you will be able to use an old device, old smartphone, let's say, that you don't use anymore, as code storage for your private keys. And this is we are creating this because we believe security of your A tokens is of paramount importance. And at the same time, for example, in the voting app, if you have a large amount of A tokens, but you don't want, but you're afraid that if you're used, for example, voting, if you're signing transactions with your wallet, um, depending on your wallet, where your wallet is, you might not participate in the voting, because let's say your A cryptocurrency is stored on a hardware wallet,
Yeah.
but it's hard to use that in order to sign a transaction, let's say. So that's why we want to make the identity manager to allow a very high level of security, so that you can store your A tokens in the identity manager and use that, for example, for the voting. Not be afraid of losing your tokens if you want to participate in the voting. So security is very, very, very important, and people will not feel uh, comfortable using any decentralized application if they are not sure that there is no way that they're going to use their um, their tokens or their cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So we are very concerned with security, and we would like to address this in the best possible way.
Okay. What are the long-term visions for Eternity? And what did you guys counter any challenges so far, and how did you solve the problems?
Um, yes, we had, well, 2016 was very, very interesting year. We had a number of challenges, but I think we went through them very in the best possible way, so to say. And I think the people who left the project um, actually made the project more sturdy, or more
Resilient.
I mean, yeah, like stronger, so to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Um, and I think uh, yeah, I think for the future, uh, because of all of these things that happened, we managed to become like a very unified team. So we have been through a very a number of small and maybe medium-sized crises throughout the. I think it's the same with any project or any company even.
Yeah.
It has these little moments throughout its history where it needs to either, what is it, swim or dive or something like that. Swim or sink. And I think
Yeah.
because we have managed to swim, we are now even more prepared as a team, like as a unified team, to face challenges in the future. And also, I think it's because of the philosophy, because we really believe in really realizing this project in the best possible way, because of the philosophies that we have, that we share. And this is also important for when you're getting more new people on board. You really need to have people that share your worldview in order to not be there like inside of the project for let's say some kind of a financial thing primarily, but also to really believe in the idea and to believe that we can realize this idea, and this idea could be really world changing.
Yeah.
For the future, I would say we would like to become one of the most popular public blockchains out there, and to really have at least a couple of commercially successful applications that utilize Eternity's blockchain technology. Um, what I think is going to happen in the future is that there will not be a single blockchain out there. There will be a number of different blockchains, and these blockchains can have different set of applications. What could happen also is that, for example, different blockchains specialize in specific fields. Let's say one blockchain is for I don't know, for financial services, specializes in financial services. Another one is specializing in identity management. Another one is specializing in cargo, or supply chain management, let's say. And this could also happen. And everyone currently, all of these platforms, blockchain platforms that are getting created, I think they're trying to find out which sphere they should focus on.
Yeah.
And because basically it's a platform that you can use for all kinds of applications, but which applications will be the most successful ones, or which will be the most suitable for your type of technology. Um, so I think this is what's going to happen in the future, and what I want to see is that Eternity becomes one of the, I would say, top 10 blockchain platforms for decentralized applications out there that allows for unmatched user experience and really also efficiency.
Yeah.
Very important thing is like our Eternity is being built on Erlang, and Erlang is actually fueling 90% or most of the internet traffic. 90% of the internet traffic is going through Erlang-based hardware, and I think also software, because the hardware and software is like is one thing more or
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
when it comes to servers, let's say. Um, so I think that if Eternity really, I mean, if we manage to build this as we're currently doing, I think the efficiency and the scalability of Eternity could really be, and the stability of Eternity could really be one of the best ones out there. And I think this will make a huge difference when you're creating decentralized applications, because if the backend is very stable, basically works, it's always online, you can easily scale it. I think this will make a world of a difference for uh, application developers
Yeah.
who will be able to just simply install our protocol without anything else and have direct access or access to this very powerful Erlang powered platform, in which basically what they do works, and there is no the errors that they get are not, I mean, you can create code that is tested before it's executed, and really avoid situations as in current like JavaScript based smart contracts. You have some like critical system fault that basically makes you lose millions in terms of fiat value.
Yeah.
um, I think having JavaScript smart contract, it was like a good idea when it was like a proof of concept, so to say, that you can have these programs running on a public blockchain. But for critical applications in financial services and like really critical applications, you cannot afford to build them on programming
Like
language that
JavaScript.
was created for internet websites
Yeah.
and for like really not so important like services, and yeah, maybe visualization even. So I think this is also that a lot of people in the industry are realizing you need much more secure, much more scalable, much more uh, really stable programs, which actually smart contracts are. And that's what we are trying to do also. We
Yeah.
have new types of smart contracts which we are introducing, um, that really address the issues of cost, safety, scalability, security, and so on. And I think this will be the way forward. I think people at one point, I think they're already realizing that JavaScript for smart contracts is maybe not the best way forward.
So
There
so
might be other languages.
so you think Neo and other blockchains that utilize JavaScript are doomed, or that they won't?
Well, I mean, I cannot say that any one of them is doomed. They just have a different approach to things, they have different ideas about how these systems should work. Maybe they can have some kind of
Oh, I'm sorry.
solution,
Um,
uh,
yeah, yeah,
solution to make their contracts better. But I wouldn't bet personally. I wouldn't bet, and I think any serious like programmer developer out there wouldn't bet on JavaScript for system critical applications. I mean, this is would you have a nuclear power plant running on JavaScript? I mean, if the question is no, I would say then it might not be even suitable for other applications. I mean, these smart contracts, if they're managing identity or if they're managing as they are, like cryptocurrency
yeah.
transfers, a large amount of cryptocurrencies, perhaps you might need something better than this. Um, but as I said, only time will tell. I
Yeah.
think, I mean, I couldn't say that any other project is doomed, but yeah, I think so far I really, from what is out there, I would bet on Eternity's technology.
Yeah, yeah. The system is the sphere is still young, so we still need to see projects fail, come and go, and yeah,
Mhm.
I'm happy to see that you're very confident in Eternity and what it can provide. I mean, we could wrap it up.
Mhm.
Do you have something else to add? How can people connect with Eternity?
So we recently launched an ambassador program. If you want to start something like a little movement in your local area, which is kind of Eternity movement in your local area, you can join the ambassador program. You can find more about this in the blog. There is a blog post about dedicated to the ambassador program. Of course, we have different channels where you can communicate with us. I would say one of the best channels is currently the forum, our forum. Anyone can go there and start a topic. They are conveniently organized in different categories. If you have any questions for the dev team, for the marketing team, for the apps team, you can post them there. And once they provide, you get a reply. Anyone else who might have had the same question, I mean, now don't doesn't have to ask it because the solution is right there.
Yeah,
But of course, we are on Bitcoin Talk, we are on Reddit, we are on Twitter, Facebook. I wouldn't say Facebook is very like a
efficient.
primary
Yeah.
channel for us, but yeah, Twitter, the forum, and if you want some information about Eternity, I would say the blog, because we post there all the different apps updates, the dev updates, the weekly dev updates, and any other information related to events or just articles related to, I mean, the vision of Eternity, the philosophy behind it. The blog is very useful. We have more than 200, I think, pieces of information there. Um, and generally, what would I say? I think really Eternity is a movement. It's a very interesting movement, um, which I'm super glad to be part of. And I think all the guys from the team, the dev team, the apps team, and the core team, we are really happy to be part of this. So if you are interested in the ideas, in the philosophy that is behind Eternity, of an alternative to current processes, basically, to how the world is organized, I mean, we will definitely welcome you to the community, and you can join it by joining any of our social media channels or our like forums
Yeah.
or different other channels that we have. Um, and yeah, everyone who shares the ideas, this philosophy can join us, and we'll be very welcome to we'll be very helpful. Oh man, we're
happy
very
to happy to help.
we're very happy
yeah.
to welcome you on board,
Yeah.
because I mean the community is really what the essence of this project is.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this as the community manager. This is Eternity. We're not creating this for ourselves. We are creating this for
Everyone.
everyone to have access to be able to create applications or to use it, so that we can like really improve, if possible, the work the basically the lives of as many people as possible. And Eternity is a community. It's not only the technological expression of this, which is the Eternity blockchain, but it's a community of people who believe and also not in the price of the AE token, because not
Now we're
really
bleeding.
concerned with this. We are not really concerned really with this. I am never, almost never checking about what the price is. If you
Yeah.
ask me what the price is now, I don't know. Uh, so don't be too concerned with the price. Be concerned with the technology, with the vision, with the philosophy,
Yeah.
and join us. I mean, and we can have this amazing journey in the future
Yeah.
together.
No. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I would like to thank you for taking your time and giving us an interesting interview, in-depth interview. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you as well for having me.
Yeah.